Some people move through life quietly, but they see everything. They don't raise their voice to be heard. They don't rush to react just to feel in control. They don't chase approval or validation from anyone. They remain steady while others spiral. And because of that, they are extremely hard to manipulate. Psychology refers to this as emotional independence, the ability to stay grounded, centered, and self-directed, even when someone tries to pull you into their emotional chaos. These individuals don't disconnect from emotions. They understand them. They manage them. They don't outsource their inner stability to external behavior. In this video, we'll break down 7 silent behaviors that make certain people nearly impossible to control, deceive, or emotionally influence. These behaviors aren't loud. They don't announce themselves. They don't demand attention. They're subtle, but once you recognize them, they change how you see people forever. Let's begin with the first. Emotionally strong people don't react on impulse. They don't let adrenaline make decisions for them. The moment tension appears, they shift inward into observation mode. They study the situation the way a researcher studies data, carefully, patiently, and without emotional distortion. They notice micro-expressions that flash for a split second, shifts in posture that reveal discomfort, changes in tone that signal defensiveness. Even the words people emphasize and the ones they avoid. This heightened awareness allows them to detect tension, dishonesty, emotional pressure, or manipulation long before it becomes obvious to others. Psychology calls this cognitive empathy, not emotional absorption, but analytical understanding. They don't feel everything, they see everything. While most people rush to fill silence with words, these individuals use silence as a tool. They understand something most people overlook. Reactions reveal information, and manipulators thrive on information. So, they reveal very little. They listen longer than they speak. They speak only after they understand. And that alone shuts down most manipulation before it ever gains momentum. Emotionally secure people choose their words with intention, and once they've expressed something clearly, they don't repeat it out of anxiety or fear of rejection. They've learned that chasing someone's understanding often creates confusion, not clarity. They don't rewrite their thoughts just to soften someone else's discomfort. They don't minimize their needs to keep the peace. This confidence comes from a strong internal reference point. They know who they are. They know what they mean, even when others pretend not to understand. Over-explaining is often a trauma response, a sign you've had to defend yourself too many times to people who never intended to understand you. Emotionally grounded people break that cycle. They don't give manipulators extra details, emotional access points, or vulnerabilities to twist. Their boundaries don't beg, they stand. And those boundaries speak louder than any explanation ever could. Most manipulation tactics rely on one thing: provoking emotion before logic has time to engage. Emotionally strong people interrupt that process. They pause. Even a 2-second pause creates a psychological barrier between stimulus and response. They breathe intentionally. They label emotions internally. I feel irritated, not threatened. I feel pressure, not obligation. They ground themselves in the present moment. They observe not just the words, but the intention behind them. This is emotional regulation in action. the ability to steer your internal state instead of being dragged by it. And here's the turning point. When you don't give someone the reaction they're fishing for, their strategy collapses. The drama loses fuel. The power dynamic resets. Their calm isn't passive. It isn't weakness. It's clarity. And clarity cannot be manipulated. Chasing someone is emotional investment, and emotional investment is exactly what manipulators seek. Emotionally strong people understand that healthy relationships don't require pursuit or persuasion. They don't force connections. They don't try to rescue potential. They don't convince others to treat them well. This mindset comes from secure attachment, a psychological foundation where self-worth is not tied to attention, proximity, or approval. If someone pulls away, they don't panic. They pause. They evaluate consistency. They assess respect. They observe emotional tone over time. And if the energy isn't mutual, they step back without anger, without resentment, without dramatic explanations. Their peace is more valuable than inconsistent attention. When you stop chasing, you stop handing people leverage over your emotions. Anyone can say the right words, but behavior never lies. Emotionally aware individuals evaluate trust through patterns, especially repeated ones. They observe how people behave when they're stressed, challenged, embarrassed, or told no. They understand intermittent reinforcement, the psychological loop of harm followed by apologies, followed by temporary change, followed by repetition. This cycle creates confusion and emotional dependency. But emotionally strong people step outside of it. They compare the promise to the pattern, and they choose the pattern every time. If the apology is intense, but the behavior stays the same, they treat it as data, not growth, not transformation. You cannot manipulate someone who makes decisions based on evidence instead of emotional hope. Emotionally strong people treat mental energy the way athletes treat physical stamina, with awareness, discipline, and respect. They notice when conversations drain them, when relationships feel one-sided, when environments quietly erode their peace, and they respond early, before burnout, resentment, or emotional damage sets in. They walk away from consistent chaos, chronic conflict, and emotional confusion. They understand the difference between supporting someone and being emotionally consumed by them. This isn't selfishness, it's emotional hygiene. One rule guides them. If it costs me my peace, it's too expensive. And because they can walk away, manipulators lose their strongest leverage. Silence is one of the most misunderstood traits of emotionally strong people. It isn't avoidance. It isn't punishment. It isn't a power move. It's a diagnostic tool. When they go quiet, they observe. Who respects the pause? Who grows impatient? Who becomes defensive? Who becomes aggressive? Who reveals their true intentions? Silence removes emotional noise. Distance exposes patterns. It allows them to assess loyalty, respect, motives, and emotional maturity without pressure or emotional fog. And because silence doesn't feed attention or control, manipulation slowly suffocates. Their silence isn't about dominance, it's about understanding. True strength doesn't come from controlling others. It comes from not allowing others to control you. When you understand your emotions, your patterns, and your boundaries, your reactions stop being weapons others can use against you. These silent behaviors aren't about being cold, they're about being conscious, calm, aware, and yes, anyone can learn them. If you found this helpful and enjoy Psychology Explained in a clear, meaningful way, subscribe for more videos like this.